Good morning, all of you. Welcome to ASMS Institute of Information Technology. I, Dr. Badrinaran Mahapatra, Assistant Professor, Instrumentation Engineering Department. Today we will be start on control system. So on today's lecture, we will be discuss on transient and steady state response analysis. So in this lecture, we will be discuss on introduction to transient state response analysis, then time response, then steady state response, and lastly we will be discussing Routh-Hurwitz criteria. So in the introduction, so time is used as an independent variable in most of the control system. It is important to analyze the response given by the system for the applied excitation, which is function of time. Analysis of response means to see the variation of the output with respect to time. The output behavior with respect to time should be within the specified limits to have satisfy the performance of the system. The stability analysis lies in the time response analysis. That is, when the system is stable, output is finite. The system stability, system accuracy, and complete evaluation is based on the time response analysis. So that's why time response analysis is more important. So for stability analysis, time response analysis is requirement. So in the closed loop system, so a necessary condition for the system to be stable is that the real part of the roots of the characteristic equation have the negative real parts. This ensures that the impulse response will decay exponential with time. If the system has some roots with real part equal to 0 but none with the positive part, then the system is said to be marginally stable. It determines the poles of a characteristic equation with respect to the left and right half of the S-plane. Without solving the equation, the roots of this characteristic equation represent the closed loop poles. The stability of the system depends on these poles. The necessary but not the sufficient condition for the system having no roots in the right half of the S-planes are below. All the coefficients of the polynomial must have the same sign. All the power s must be present in the descending order. The above conditions are not sufficient to say the stability. But for stability or the marginal stability, we have to know how to procedure and what is the procedure to know how to check the stability of a system. So basically the Routh stability criteria. So as per this criteria, the first column of the Routh array should have the same sign and there should not be any change in the sign. So while calculation, we must have to look at on that sign, that is should have the same sign. This is necessary and sufficient condition for the system to be stable. On the other hand, any change of the sign in the first column which indicates that the system is unstable, and the number of change of the sign gives the number of roots lying in the right half of the S-plane. So based on this, we can decide whether the system is stable or unstable. So particularly to understand that stability of a system, so you have to look at one example, that is the system having the equation which will be given as 3s to the power 4 plus 10s to the power q plus 5s square plus 5s plus 2 equal to 0. So as per Routh's array criteria, we have to arrange them as s to the power 4, then s to the power 3, then s to the power 2, s to the power 1, s to the power 0. Then we have to put the value like 3, 5, 2 and then 10, 5 and 0. So then as per that rule we have to be applied so that we can find the values of s to the power 3 row, s to the power 2 row and s to the power 1 row. But we have to check the first column of that row. So that will be here the two roots are positive. That is two changes of the sign. Then hence the system is unstable. So this is the best way to find the stability and instability of a system if one characteristic equation which will be given in the question. Last, that stability of a system, there will be certain statements. From that one can easily understand that whether the system is stable or unstable. That if all the root of the characteristics equation have the negative real parts, then the system is stable if any of the root in the characteristic equation has the positive real part, or if there is a repeated root on the j axis, then the system is unstable. So if any of the one condition, like first condition is satisfied except for the presence of one or more non-repeated roots on the j axis, then the system is limitedly stable system. Thank you so much.